Good afternoon, ma'am. I am Angelica Avergonzado, the representative of Group 4 and the one who discusses the curriculum guide that we choose, which is the Arts Curriculum Guide for Grade 1. The school is the Silway Siete Elementary School, and its vision is: we dream of Filipinos who passionately love their country and whose values and competences enable them to realize their full potential and contribute meaningfully to building the nation. As a learner-centered public institution, the Department of Education continuously improves itself to better serve its stakeholders, and its mission is to protect and promote the right of every Filipino to quality, equitable, culture-based, and complete basic education where students learn in a child-friendly, gender-sensitive, safe, and motivating environment. Teachers facilitate learning and constantly nurture every learner. Administrators and staff, as stewards of the institution, ensure an enabling and supportive environment for effective learning to happen. Family, community, and other stakeholders are actively engaged and share responsibility for developing lifelong learner. So the core values are makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan, at makabansa. The learning area standard is the learner demonstrates an understanding of basic concepts and processes in music and art through appreciation, analysis, and performance for his or her self-development, a celebration of his or her Filipino cultural identity and diversity, and expansion of his or her world vision. The elements that we need to take a look at or to teach would be the lines, shapes, colors, texture. And to the principles are balance, proportion, and variety. Then, take a look at the process or the outputs that are expected of the students whom we are handling. So, for grade 1, since we used to make our curriculum guide for grade 1, of course, the kids would be throwing portraits. Their portraits there. It can be their own portrait on how they look at themselves, then their family. So you can see the standard that we have done, or you have the mother, the father, and then the kids or the family members, and then we have the person, schools, animals, or even furniture and fixture. The Department of Education issues DepEd Order Number 31, Series of 2020, or the Interim Guidelines for Assessment and Grading in light of the Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan. This is to provide guidance on the assessment of student learning and on the grading scheme to be adopted this school year 2020-2021. In the grading period, there is only one quarterly assessment, but there should be instances for students to produce written work and to demonstrate what they know and can do through performance tasks. There is no required number of written work and performance tasks, but this must be spread out over the quarter and used to assess learners' skills after each unit has been taught. So for the written words or written task, it would be 50%. For the performance task is 50%, a total of 100%. This is according to DepEd Order Number 31, Series of 2020 to 2021. Each subject has the strength and the weaknesses. So for us, the arts, in order for the students to learn effectively, they need to be aware of objects or events that are close to actual life or derived from real objects or events around them. And it is more appropriate to give them hands-on activities so that they become more familiar with it. This scale focuses on the ability to reflect on and understand oneself, as well as the ability to act independently and collaboratively in an interconnected world. It assumes a good self-image and sense of self, as well as the ability to live in harmony with others and the natural and built world. This goal also aims to ensure that students are actively connected with artists in their own communities and that they understand how important the arts are to everyone's lives and culture. While the downside is that it will be difficult for the children to conduct activities at the same time, especially if resources are limited and we can truly avoid having others who are unfamiliar with forms, lines, and other concepts. The curriculum design that fits this curriculum is the learner-centered curriculum. This is meant to empower learners and to allow them to shape their education through choices. Instructional plans in learner-centered curriculum are differentiated, giving students the opportunity to choose assignments, learning experience, or activities. It also utilizes various educational experiences, but the student becomes a participant in the decision-making process of designing and selecting educational experiences. In the process, this approach also recognizes the developmental level of students. And that would be the end of my discussion. Thank you and God bless.